I'm Harry, this is Drum Electric. This is the Alesis Sample Pad 4 and it's a really cool piece of gear, especially if you're getting into electronics. If you want to see how to get into electronics, then you can check out my video just up there. Anyway, let's look at running backing tracks from this because it's actually relatively simple. So first things first is the backing track itself. I've just grabbed a track from Epidemic Sound so I don't have to deal with copyright and that sort of stuff. And plus I found this really great 80s track, this sort of like, I don't know, I just love it. It's in a lot of my videos recently. Anyway, I've put click to it and I've got all of the tracks just here in Logic. If you want to see how I put the click to it, you can check out the video just up there. But once there is a click track, the way we'll be running this is exporting it as one big track with the click pan to the left and the tracks pan to the right. And that's because the click on the left will go to a little mixer to us, to our headphones, whichever you want it to be. And then the track on the right, you'll send to the sound engineer and then they can just do whatever they want with that. Ideally, put it out the front speakers so everyone can hear it, but you know, it's up to them. So that's the goal, and then we can do that with every single track. So anyway, all we're gonna do in Logic, for example, as you can see, the click at the top is panned to the left, and then all of the tracks are panned to the right. Now, what you'd want to do as well is just make sure things like the drums are muted if you're a drummer, or any other instruments that you have on stage are muted because the people on stage will play those tracks. Once that's all set, then what I like to do in Logic is just put the loop marker around everything just so it's clear which part of the track that is being exported. Because if you've got multiple tracks in like a big long set and you've got multiple things to export, you can just put the marker around it and go, this is the beginning, this is the end, export it here, thank you very much, play. So again, just the bounce settings is to make sure it's a WAV, make sure it's 16-bit and 44.1 because that's the format that the Alesis Sample Pad 4 and I'm pretty sure all the other ones can accept. Once you set that, just hit OK. It'll export to wherever you want it to be. And then on to the next step, which is importing it onto the sample pad. So to do so, if you haven't already, you're gonna need one of these, which is just a little SD card, 32 gigs. If you want to see the full video of importing just any audio to the sample pad 4, you can check the video up there. But in this case, this is the SD card I'm using because you can't access the internal memory of the Alesis Sample Pad 4 for some reason. Just plug that into your computer. Once you put in the SD card, you just want to drag and drop your backing track into the root directory of the SD card. That just means you're not going to put it into any folders, you're just going to drag it and drop it straight into the first thing that opens up when you click on that SD card. So I've named mine 80s track because I felt like that was appropriate. What I am going to do, just for safety, just rename it so I'm taking out that space because sometimes the Alesis doesn't like it and it, you know, makes a fuss and, you know, it's very fussy, very fussy. One last thing to note as well is that on the actual pad itself, each kit can only accept 48 megabytes per kit. So right now, this backing track is 31.9 megabytes. So it just means that I need to watch out for all of the other samples, and also that if I have multiple tracks in my show, that they're all on separate kits throughout the sample pad. Anyway, once that's done, you can eject it because we like to keep our technology safe. Put it into the sample pad, just on the bottom, turn it on, and now's the fun part of finding it. So once I'm on, I'm just gonna put it onto this top pad here, just because it's at the top and I can kind of fling my stick and hit it, even if it's, you know, dark and all that sort of stuff. Because if I put it onto like this one, for example, I might accidentally hit this one and it won't fire off and we've all been there. Anyway, that's pad 1. On kit 1, you can choose wherever you like, but I'm gonna go pad 1, kit 1. Then I'm just gonna use the down arrow to get to lock, which is location. Right now it's int, which is internal memory. So I'm just gonna hit the back button to go to card. Then on layer A, which is just the main layer, because you can put 2 samples on one pad. You can see it says WAV empty, and then I'm just gonna go right until I hit 80s track, and that's it. Then I just wait for it to load. I'll just check that all the other samples are there. Hit the top one. How do you stop things? Yeah, and now that also leaves the other 3 pads to put whatever samples suit that track. So this can just be playing in the top and then the rest we can just hit and it's a great time. That's it, easy as that. If you have any questions, then you can actually book a one-on-one with me with the link down below, or feel free to just chuck them in the comment section also down below. I hope you have fun with this and I hope you have a great day.